So this is the last run for the F250, getting traded in. It's been a good run. A lot of good years out of this truck. Still a great truck. Whoever ends up with this truck, rest assured you got yourself a good truck. Man, it's a little issue with the radio. Uh, this thing will fuck. This thing will freaking yank this big dump trailer around, no problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and get in here, drive to make the trade. See you guys once we are on the road. So here we are on the final drive with the 2019 F250. The truck has been pretty good, minus a couple of issues that we had with the water intrusion, with the electrical problems. Aside from those couple little items, this truck never let me down, never broke down, never stopped running. So, for the Ford haters, we hear the Ford problems. We hear the issues that the Fords have. But I think with the issues that the Fords have had, they do keep going. They do keep going. So the truck's been super reliable in that sense. It's never let me down. And I'm very, very, very happy with the truck. The only reason we're trading it in is to just make a change for the channel, for the business. In a perfect world, I keep it. But we do have to make the trade. It is what it is. So enjoying the drive. I know it's going to, this truck's getting to the point where it's starting to cost me. I would love to have had, a big enough business and stuff to keep it. But, at the same time, the truth of the matter is, guys, having a social media channel, a YouTube channel, does come at a cost. There are opportunity costs with everything that we do. And realistically, I would be much better off without a social media channel so far as it sits. I'd probably make more money with just one business. So what we're doing now with this new purchase is this new F450 that we're going to pick up. It's going to be the main focus of the channel. It's not really going to necessarily be a work truck too much right now. It's going to be my personal truck. As it ages, as it kind of gets the new worked off of it a little, or worn off of it a little, then we will begin to do a little more work with it. It's going to be a plow rig for sure, but yeah, it's not necessarily going to be an everyday work truck. We're going to put everything really onto the 7.3 Godzilla as a work truck, and it's going to be a good combination of vehicles for the channel. It's going to be the 7.3 gas, and it's going to be the 6.7 high output diesel. So that's kind of where we are with this trade. I'm putting all the equity of this truck right into the new one, and we're going to take the new one home. So hopefully everything goes well. We do have one more drive, and hopefully the truck don't get totaled. I don't know, though. Maybe I get a little more if it got totaled based on the mileage. The truck's only got 26K on it. And just to put that in perspective, the 350 the 350 the F350 7.3 that we just got last year, 8 months ago, it already has like 9 or 10,000 miles. So just our work is not a ton of miles, so it retains the value of this truck quite a bit just because the miles stay low. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this girl in. Anyway, see you guys at the dealer. And here we have it, picking it up, the 2023 F450. Here is the truck. Now we've made the deal. Freaking sweet. The new vehicle smell. Very excited here. Let's jump inside and take a look at the inside. Okay. Very nice. Got a couple little items here. Let's get rid of this stuff though. How do you open this? Alright. Get this stuff out and get it away. Brand new truck. We don't need to clutter it up already. Super comfy. Oh, yeah. Small little mark here. Let's see how this looks, if they detailed it or what. Yeah, that pretty much came off. There was just like a smudge here. I mean, you can kind of see it on camera, but you can't see it too much here. It's like it's cleaned up real good. It's not gonna sweat it. It's like a little sweaty grease or something got on it. No biggie. But yeah, let's go ahead and peel this up. What we're doing here, checking for water. If you buy a truck, a Ford, check it for water. Make sure it's not full of water down there. It could happen. A little paranoid, but can't happen. But guys, this is so cool. Super excited. Yeah. Freaking sweet. So I guess this is going to be it for the 250. This is going to be it for the 250. And on to the F450. So I guess we'll touch base once we're in the truck driving it home. All right, pulling on a lot of the F450 or Pat Milliken. So driving the truck for, I don't know, 15 minutes now, I can tell you what I've noticed. So number one, the high output, I don't know if it's because it's a high output or if it's a 23, but the engine is much quieter than my 20 was. My 20, you could hear the diesel sound a little more. Maybe the valve train, maybe, I don't know, just the noise of the diesel. Compared to this, which is very much more isolated, very much more refined, I guess you could say, but when you step on it, you don't hear the diesel sound like I used to hear on the outgoing model. I'm hearing just, I don't know, it's a lot quieter. So very difficult to tell that you're even driving a diesel. This has been something that's been going on as every model year with these diesel engines, they always get quieter and quieter. And 2023, at least for the high output, seems to be no exception. This engine is very quiet. Even quieter than the standard. Maybe it's because it's an high output. Maybe that water jacket on the turbo isolates some of the noise. I don't know, but definitely a lot quieter and a lot more of a refined, I guess you could say. Me personally, though, I do like that diesel noise, so I would rather it sound more raw, in my opinion. But that being said, maybe down the road there'll be a pusher intake or something like that on the truck if all goes well. Something like that would make it sound, more aggressive. I don't mind hearing the engine. So definitely better muffled. The motor is definitely better muffled. So anyway, I'm going to continue to drive. I'll touch base once we get home with this truck. Back home with the truck, and it definitely drove really good. No complaints at all. I think they got the ride quality a little better with this 2023 model, but I will say the high output, as of right now, it doesn't seem that much different from the outgoing model, the one that had 1,050 foot-pounds of torque. You probably only really noticed this added torque when towing or anything like that, but I think it's cool that they added the power, but it doesn't really scream to me as of now. This is only the first drive though, but as of right now, it doesn't seem that much different, aside from it definitely being a little bit quieter than the other truck. The diesel noises are a little bit more muffled. It's not quite as aggressive sounding from the inside when you step on the pedal as of right now. Now, I will say that when I purchased the 6.7 Power Stroke before in the 2020, it was kind of a similar situation where as I owned it for longer, it seemed like it got more into a groove, like started to make more power, it seemed like, after a while. So we're in the first few miles of this truck, and it's probably still breaking in. It doesn't seem like anything's wrong or nothing with it. It just doesn't seem like as fast as the 20 that I had. So still very new. It's probably breaking in. It's probably going to start to wake up here over the next 1,000 miles or so. We'll see what happens, but they definitely made the interiors better. The front end, I think, looks pretty good, especially in the silver. I think the other colors with the chrome grille might kind of collide a little bit, but I think the silver works well with the new grille. So, I think it's going to be kind of hit or miss on how these trucks look. The steps definitely growing on me, because super easy to get into the bed now. It is better than getting up on the tire, around the fender flare, all up on the dually and stuff. So definitely like the steps. We do not have the step on the tailgate because, like I said, I kind of took everything off that I don't really use. Tailgate step, don't use. We do have, though, our Pro Power here, 2 kilowatt outlet. Turn it on, I think, by pressing this button. Yep, and that powers it. So pretty slick, pretty cool system. That turns it off. It says engine will run to power outlets. Outside use only. Okay, there's warning you not to do this inside the garage. But yeah, pretty slick truck, guys. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if I end up keeping it, but it's a safe place to put money inside of an F450. From my experience, it has been a truck that really holds its value. So this is going to be our YouTube truck. So thank you, everybody, for watching the videos, because you definitely help to make this possible. Let's pop into the interior here and take a look. We've got our rubber floors. I think those mats that I took out of the 250, I think they'll fit in here. I don't know. But rubber floors, leather interior. I definitely think they made an improvement on the truck with the screens, most definitely. So I noticed the camera did seem a little bit slow when I did this and hit this. I guess it's getting kind of quicker already. You see your hitch. What's this? And then you have your auxiliary camera. So definitely cool. The Bang Olufsen sounds good. We got our little tray up here. I don't know if any Built Right stuff will fit with that, or if I'll even do that. I don't know if I'll just, with the phone, end up just doing this. But yeah, definitely cool. Definitely glad to be back inside of a truck with a center console. But yeah, hopefully, this thing really starts to wake up as we drive it a little bit more, put some miles on it. But as of right now, it just doesn't seem like that much of a departure as far as power. Like, it's not seeming like more power than what we had. Oh, another thing that I noticed that I definitely want to point out. So, drive modes. When you are driving the vehicle and you are messing with the drive modes, you turn it, and on this screen here, it shows you your drive mode. So right here we have normal. We can go over here to slippery roads. But when you see the slippery roads, it shows you a image of a truck, and it shows it that that it's raining, and it also shifts into 4-wheel drive. So when you're driving the truck and you're playing with the drive modes, slippery for them, it looks like it means rain. It's showing a truck with the rain on it. And when you're driving, it tells you, let your foot off the pedal, we're going to shift into 4-wheel drive. So it straight up wants to go into 4-wheel drive as soon as you put it in slippery mode. So I know one of the big controversies has been, do you drive your truck in 4-wheel drive in the rain? But according to Ford right now, at least from what they're showing us on this mode on the screen, you put it in the off-road. Well, off-road is going to be obviously 4-wheel drive, but you put it in slippery mode and it turns on your 4-wheel drive. Kind of interesting. I've used 4-wheel drive in the rain, and it says in the manual that you can use 4-wheel drive as long as the surface is not dry. That being said, though, if I'm gonna use 4-wheel drive, I'm not gonna do that in the rain with a ton of turning, because it's just too much wear and tear on the front end on the binding. But on the highway, trying to keep up with traffic, I will if traffic's really flowing fast and I'm trying to keep up with everybody in a truck that's kind of light in the rear, and you're propelling the vehicle fast and everyone wants to go 65, 70, then I've been known to use the four-wheel drive. According to this, if it's slippery, rainy, they're saying use it, but just do whatever's in the manual. But anyway, super cool to have good power instead of the weak factory inverters. I can be in here and run my computer now. Very cool truck so far. Hopefully everything goes well with the truck. Hopefully we have no issues. But anyway, guys, I guess that's gonna be it for today's video. I'm gonna wrap it up. My name is Sean. This is DS Trucks. Hope to see you soon on the channel. Drop your boy a sub, and see you next time. Over and out.